Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Wing Cavalier. I'm making episode 2 of my weapon guide. This episode features the M4A1 carbine. Now, from what I've gathered about the M4A1 carbine, a normal M4A1 carbine without the extended mags has 30 rounds per clip. American soldiers would use it as a default gun, usually packed with 19 clips, which is 570 bullets. It's a decent all-around gun. I'm gonna show you how to use it, how not to use it, and the appropriate attachments on it. First off, I'm gonna show you how to use it with the appropriate attachments. Now, for this, I'm using a sniper. I'm gonna go get this. I'm using myself for this, so I'm gonna put the sniper into a sniper tower, and then use the M4A1 carbine. The M4A1 carbine is typically good if you can catch your opponent off guard with. It's got a decent damage rate, but if you don't basically catch your opponent off guard, you're not going to win that gunslinging fight. Now, if you're combating a sniper with the M4A1 carbine, alright, you probably wouldn't get that lucky, so I'm not gonna say that's realistic. You're going to want to try to catch the enemy off guard. Now, you don't know yet where the enemy is, unless you have the appropriate attachment. Now, the enemy is looking out their window. They are not seeing you. That's how you do it. Now I'm going to position him in another sniper tower and show you how you don't do it. Now typically a normal sniper or an experienced sniper will make their kill or death, and then they'll usually go away. Having trouble with the controller. What you would never do is hope to confront them head on. The sniper will more than likely pick up on that. And you're not going to be standing there, but they will more than likely know where if you're there, or if you're not. Now, something you would do if you ever found yourself caught in that position, you'd want the right attachment. I prefer personally a hybrid sight with a heartbeat sensor, so you know to see the foe coming. You would try to locate your opponent. Now I have him in my reticle, and there I have him. Coup de grace. Now, how to combat an SMG with the M4A1 carbine? I have equipped to the one with the MSR a MP7 with the thermal scope and extended mags. No, not extended mags. I have it equipped with rapid fire. Alright, what you don't do if you're trying to combat somebody with an SMG, what you would never do with an M4A1 carbine is confront the person up close. You would try to take him out from far distance. Now, I don't know that the person is hiding behind a wall. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong wall anyway. With the thermal scope, your enemy shine bright white. That's what happens when you Now, what you typically want to do is catch the thermal scope, like in a gunsling fight, because they're not gonna look down their scope to shoot at you, because that's going to be very inconvenient for them. Because then if they aim too far off the right way, they're more than likely going to get killed in that gunfight. Something SMGs are terrible at, I don't care what you say. Something SMGs are awful at: far distance shooting. Even with the thermal scope, it's not their strength. That's how you would do it if they ever did try to do something like that. A typical... By the time if you still have your M4A1 carbine, but you're a fanatic and you're trying to get all the attachments, typically you're going to have basically level 25 to level 30 gear. At that time, I recommend the M412 pistol. Whether you akimbo it or not, I would recommend akimboing it, because if you akimbo it, it's really got no accuracy to start off with. I mean, aiming down the sights or not, it's virtually a lost thought, but it is nonetheless the best secondary weapon you have available at the time. And it's really good. It's a nice backup gun if your M4A1 runs out of ammo. Typical grenades, you'd want the scrambler so that you're trying to confront people head on. It's not easy if they know where you are, which is why you want the scrambler and the Semtex grenade, because you know you won't have the option between the throwing knife, the Semtex, and the frag. Let's be honest, the throwing knife is a pathetic option, and the frag doesn't stick. The Semtex does, so it's a one-hit blowout if you can stick your Semtex to your enemy. It's not if you can stick a frag, so it's really a no-brainer. Attachments for the M4A1, if you can get far enough, you should take the hybrid sight. It comes with the close distance holographic sight and the sniper distance hybrid sight, which helps for the long distance gunslinging fights when you come up on a camper. The other thing you're going to want to know where your enemy is so that you can effectively take them out with the M4A1. So you're going to want the heartbeat sensor. I mean, you could realistically take the grenade launcher, but I wouldn't recommend it over the heartbeat and the hybrid. You're going to need a sight on the M4A1 because its accuracy is pretty pathetic. And if you can get your opponent off guard, this is an excellent gun to do it with. This or the ACR 6.8. Now, perks you are going to want with the M4A1. You're not going to have many options, but by the time you're between level 25 and 30, you should have sleight of hand unlocked. That is just a personal preference. I'm not here to talk about my personal preferences, but you know, it's a good thing to have around if you're trying to reload yourself. Another thing it's nice to have is Scavenger. Scavenger is nice to have so you can replenish on your ammo. And that's really about it. Another thing, the MP412, you could stick a tactical knife on it, and you could call it off on that, but you know, the akimbo, you get more gun power, and that's really what you're looking for here in this case. Yeah, that's about it. I'm Wing Cavalier. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Up next, I am planning on doing the MP5. Goodbye, everyone.